Now. Alright, here we go. Alright, round 2, fight! Okay, so this is going to be interesting how this is going to happen now. So, looks like NF2CN is not backing around with the Ohio and Kremlin combination with the Des Moines, Napoli, Moscow, Stalingrad, Z-52, Chimikase, and Delny. -1S has come up swinging with a Montana and Ohio combination, which is pretty interesting, with a Des Moines, Minotaur, and Napoli gearing 2 Marsos and also Ragnar. Wait a minute, did I see a Minotaur? Yes, I did see a Minotaur. I don't know how this is going on, but we'll soon see. We'll soon see about that. I mean, like, mate, anything can happen here. But look at this. This is a very interesting lineup already for -1S. And you got 3 caps in the middle with a lot of islands. A lot of possibilities and everything. But hey, I mean, like, anything can happen here. But it looks like -1S have decided to take out the destroyers for a test drive, with a Des Moines behind them to go towards a Charlie cap. But looks like some engine boost has been fired up for the Marsos, and they're actually moving in at top speed. NF2CN is actually, on the other hand, this is a bit interesting. No engine boost has been fired up yet, but the team is actually playing this casually and safely, very cautiously as well. They got a Delny Z-52 pushing over towards A, and then got the Moskva moving over there. The Des Moines is pushing up towards Bravo Cap with the 2 battleships coming up behind it. Chimikase and Stalingrad and Napoli, on the other hand, are moving towards Charlie Cap. So this could be interesting gameplay. Looks like the Marsos are about to come in here, so we'll be seeing, you know, like what will happen over here. Moving closer to position here. So let's just see what's going on next. There's no radar being moved, been used yet. I don't know why the Des Moines used hydroacoustics. A bit too early though. But engine boost has been used on the Z-52. Nothing has been used yet. So the 2 Marsos have decided to use right at the edge of the cap, with their showing the rear ends towards the cap, and they're taking it by force real fast. Looks like the Napoli is getting focus fired on the long range, and the Napoli is engaging. Ooh, he's engaged him. I didn't realize he was detected. Okay, fair enough. Looks like there's no radar being used. Hydroacoustics been used again. Why are you using hydroacoustics? That's a good question. That's an interesting plan here. Let's just see what happens here, because both sides are really at a standstill. There's not much action going on in Alpha Cap, neither over in Bravo, but there's Charlie's been taken, and then -1S is just taken off and gone. So the 2 Marsos that they have the engine boost on, they're literally motoring. They're just motoring out, you know, like out here. They're just going away from the captain already, and the Chimikase just fired its torps. It's a bit, well, late, I guess, but anything can happen. But look at that, the Ragnar's coming over here, is casually just moving. But, oh, Minotaur has actually been detected by the Des Moines. Des Moines fired up its radar, but nothing has happened yet on either side. But wait. The Napoli is actually on its own. What's going on here? The Napoli is taking it wide over at D2. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this gameplay here. Looks like the Delny is focusing fire with HE on the Napoli. And it's interesting how both sides are playing it now. Torp's been fired from the Z-52. Torps have been fired long range by the Napoli. So it's interesting how this goes. A cap is getting taken. The 2 Marsos are moving into position. Looks like Charlie is getting really hammered over here. The Napoli on the Charlie cap is getting focus fired on, and look at this. The gearing's focusing fire on it. The Demoy, it was focusing fire on it, but it's getting the Minotaur is actually hammering it with the Ragnar. And look at that crossfire. Beautiful crossfiring from both sides. This is like unreal. So it looks like the Napoli could be burnt down any moment now. But hang on, the Des Moines got hydroacoustics fired up on -1S. And he is holding in position right behind that island. Very good positioning, in fact, I have to say. Because like when you're over in this corner over here, you can actually defend yourself against incoming shell fire from battleships like the Ohio. Speaking about the Ohio is taking a wide berth over towards 9-10 line, which is fair enough for the gameplay he's doing. Shimcast has fired 3 racks of torps over towards the gap between the islands here. This is not sure what the goal is, but I think he's trying to ambush that Des Moines. But look at this, the Minotaur is burning down that Napoli down at long range. Anything can happen here, that's for sure. And Napoli's fired at the smoke and it's actually starting to move. Montana's fired shots at the Napoli and missed him. But it looks like it's interesting either way. Ooh. Napoli's moving up. Napoli's moving up. Come on, anything can happen here. Oh, let's see. NF2CN's Napoli is looking pretty sick. Even though he's trying to heal himself. But looks like there's some interesting action going over here in A. Looks like the Moskva is tanking the 2 Marceaus. Napoli is kiting around the corner here. And the Montana's come over to reinforce. There's a lot of torps there. And, ooh, big shots coming over towards the Moskva. That was a good Citadel hit. Nice, very nice. Looks like the Napoli on NF2CN has successfully healed itself out and actually pulled away from Charlie. But 2 caps are in play for -1S. NF2CN is actually taking a bit of a gamble here. They're doing a bit of testing. You know, on -1S's tactics here, so I can see where this is going. So the Napoli is actually mocking the Moskva and the 1-2 line at the moment. The 2 Marceaus are coming over to assist, but it looks like there's nothing going on over in A right now. A looks pretty relatively, you know, covered right now at this stage. A looks actually pretty, you know, well supported right now, but looks like that the hydroacoustics of Z52 are in use and speed boost, and torps are already been in use already, heading towards the Ragnar. Ragnar and Minotaur are playing it passively around the corner over here. Over in Charlie area, it looks like they're really pushing hard with the gameplay, and the battleships like the higher and that are actually really hanging back big time. So it could go either way. Just by looking at it, it looks pretty full on. But let's see what's going on over here in Bravo Cap. Bravo is getting contested. This is where it gets the battle gets really interesting. Radar's been put in use. The Ragnar is healing up, and it's getting focus fired on. So the Ragnar is, even though fully reversed with its rear end towards the enemy, he actually has the ability to move forward real quick when he needs to. So anything can happen. There's a lot of torps going over towards this way, towards the Minotaur and the Ragnar. Minotaur has fired up its hydroacoustics. Good call on that one. And there's some interesting detection going on. The Ragnar has seen the incoming torpedoes. Will he dodge them? Here's the question. Looking tight. Very close. Very, very close. Moskva, the enemy team on NF2CN, has actually been taken out. That was a very interesting critical blow. That was actually being taken out by the Napoli. So it looks like that the A cap has been flanked, which is very interesting. The 2 Marceaus will probably move over in towards the A cap and start flanking the enemy big time now. Let's just see how this pans out over to Bravo. The Ragnar and the Minotaur have done a great job by holding their line over here against the Z52, and definitely just create a bit of a name for ourselves. And the Napoli's job is to pretty much stay alive for the whole time here, so it's actually very interesting though. What's going on here? The Napoli on NF2CN is actually doing a good job of surviving and actually kiting back and forth. He's actually done a fantastic job, you know, stalling the Des Moines as well as the Ohio. So we'll see what happens next over in at Charlie Cap. It's very interesting. But it looks good though. It looks actually pretty good. I mean, like, both sides are going quite well. Interesting. What is going on here? Ooh, a lot of focusing fire on the Ohio, but it looks like -1S could win this if they regroup together real quick. It looks like that the Bravo Cap is actually still in well in their hand at the moment. Alpha could be changed, but it looks like the Marceau and the Montana are getting focused fired on in long range by the Delny and the Des Moines. Whoa! The Des Moines got blacked by the Montana. Ouch! That was a devastating blow right there for NF2CN. What hit him? It's like, I don't know what hit him, but it must have took him out on a certain angle. But anyway, the Napoli is actually kiting there, so awesome. But yeah, it's pretty good so far, This game is actually looking very good. I mean, like, -1S and NF2CN are actually really doing well. -1S is actually, they played a bit passive towards, sorry, I should rephrase. NF2CN played a bit passive at the start, but they did have the right tactic in mind. Whereas -1S played really aggressive towards getting C-cap really done early. But it looks like the tide has turned a little bit now. So -1S is getting pushed a little bit to the limit, with the Z52 is getting focusing in here and pushing hardcore at this stage. Oof. Okay, there's a bit of distance they blow right there. But let's just see what happens next. Looks like the Ohio and the Des Moines are just holding back. Let's see, NF2CN is actually pushing in, but looks like they're just hanging back. What the? Okay, -1S has got the upper hand here, big time. Very well played on both teams, and definitely I can see, you know, how this is going on. But looks like -1S has definitely pushed out there. But yeah, very well done, very well done. So, -1S has dominated it. Very well done on both teams there. Very well played. Okay, so that is -1S has done a fantastic job there against NF2CN. They will move into the next round. We'll just wait for it right now and just see how it happens, but we'll double check and see.